Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel once again. So in today's video I'm going to show you how we can paint mini flowers or mini watercolor flower doodles. So let's start with today's video. So my first flower is very simple. With the help of purple color you need to create a round shape like these. You can keep these round shape little bigger, smaller. It's totally up to you. You can make it in a group having one single stem, or you can create these as individual flowers as well. So I'm keeping these flowers individually, so having individual stems in it. So this is the first layer wherein I have used lighter shade of purple. Then at one side of the flower I'm using darker shade of same color. So more pigments and less water, you will get little darker shade, and keep adding that in a dot form at one side. So we should be able to see the lighter shade as well, and we are also seeing the darker shade. Now you can keep this as many as layer you want. So I'm keeping 3 layers. So I'm adding one more layer of little more darker shade of purple at one side. So we are able to see 3 different layers of color. The darkest one has very light visibility, but that is something needed to create or to make it look like these are the fluffy flowers. Now you can mix green and little bit purple together to make little earthy color of green. So I have mixed little bit of purple in the green, and then you can create individual stem. Again you can make it as a group and create one single stem. It's totally up to you how you want to compose it, and that's the beauty of all these wildflower. You can do anything whatever you like, and you can use your imagination to paint something like this. Now for the leaves I'm creating small leaves around the stem area and around the flower as well. You can keep the direction of leaf little bit tilted towards left, right, towards downward direction. So those things you can definitely try. And we are done with the first flower. Now let's do the second one. So with the help of blue color I am creating some random pattern and arranging all these together in a oval kind of shape, little longer oval. You can make the end a little pointed as well, but I am keeping it little bit oval side. And as you can see I have multiple negative space as well in between, so that is something you can definitely do. This gives a very nice effect rather than keeping everything bold. And likewise you can create many flowers. So I am creating 2 flowers in the same way with the same color. Now with the help of green color you can create stem. Again I am keeping the stems individual. So I am creating 2 different stem, and I have used same kind of shade what I have used in the first one, but this time little bit on a greener side. Now with the help of green color you can create the base of the flower, the sepals, and you can create a leaf kind of pattern around the base. So something like this you can do, little pointed sepals, and then you can create flower bird as well. So I'm thinking to create little longer leaf this time. So I'm doing nothing but dragging my brush more to create little longer leaf, and you can create one flower bird as well. So this one is a little bit closed one. We can see the blue color, we can also see the green sepals closed around it. So something like this you can do. Now we are done with second flower as well. Now let's move to the third one. So third one is very simple flower. You can create small petals like these. So you just need to push your brush a little bit to create something like this, and then remove slowly to get a pointed end and create 5 to 6 petals in a round form. And you can keep the petals little smaller in size, little bigger in size to get different kind of perspective as well. So I'm keeping things simple. I have used pink color and I have created 2 different flowers. You can create one flower bird as well. So for flower bird I'm keeping one round shape with the help of pink color. Now with the help of yellow color you can create the center part of the flower we have kept a negative space in the center, so you can fill that particular area, and then you can create stems with the help of green shade. You can create different color of green shade, and you can have different color of green shade, so utilize all these colors. So this time I'm using petal green color. This is more on the vibrant side, and I have created bigger leaf this time, arranged it together in a substring. So something like this I have created, and we are done with the third one as well. Now let's move to the fourth one. So for the fourth one, I'm using yellow color, and I'm adding small dots of yellow, arranging it in a sequence, something like this. So I have created 4 dots here. Now with the help of damp brush, you can spread the yellow color a little bit to create a loose petal kind of shape. So petal shape is not very defined, but I'm spreading the yellow color from the center itself with the help of clean water and creating a petal kind of shape around it. Now these are very close to each other, so things are overlapped, but it is totally fine. I want to keep it like this only. Now with the help of pink color, just add a bow to the yellow petals that you have created. So it should look like the center part is more yellow, and around it we can see the hint of pink as well. Now in the center I'm adding red color. So center part is red and yellow, and the petals are yellow and pink. You can define the petal shape more precisely with the help of pink color itself. And see, these flowers are actually inspired by Gladiolus flower, you can say, but on a loose side. Now with the help of green color, you can choose any shade of green. You can create the stems and tip of the flower. So I'm creating a small green structure at the tip, and in between the flower also you can add a little bit of green element and a small stem. These are mini flowers, so we have very less space to do these things, so try to use a smaller brush to paint these things, so it would be easier for you. Or else you can try little bigger brush, and you can use tip of your brush to paint these kind of flowers. So mine is size 6 round brush, but I'm still able to do it because I'm using only 1/3 of my brush for most of the flower that I'm going to paint in today's video. Now in this one I have created a random red color pattern to create a rose kind of shape. This one is pretty on the loose side, so I'm not thinking too much about structure and pattern. I have just created a loose petal kind of structure to create 2 different rose kind of shape or peony kind of shape. I have also used yellow color to create center part of the flower, and then with the help of green color you can create stem, and you can also create leaf. So this time I'm taking inspiration from the rose flower itself, and I'm going to create leaf. So 3 bigger leaf in a group combining together to create one single leaf. So you can create different kind of leaf, whatever you choose, but I'm creating something like this. So 3 leaves in a group. You can also add serration around the edge of the leaf as well, but I am going to keep it simple, so I am keeping it like this as is. Now with the help of little darker shade of red color, you can define your petals more precisely, but this is totally optional. If you want to make it, just go for it, otherwise you can keep it loose as well. Now let's move to the next flower. So next flower is inspired by the Bluebell flower. So you can create a string little bit tilted towards right side and one tilted towards left side, and then with the help of blue color you can create a small pattern at the bottom side of the string, as you can see. Because these are mini flower, very small in size, so I don't have to define everything in a very precise manner, so I'm doing it on a loose side. So I have just simply created a small blue element at the base of the string, and I'm creating small green element as well around it, and then little longer leaf this time. So you can create something like this. Now we are done with this one as well. Now let's move to the another one. So in this one I'm using black color for the center part of the flower. So I have created two big dots and then smaller dots around it. So you can create multiple smaller dots around it, and I'm doing these things with the help of bigger brush, as you can see, but you can feel free to use a smaller brush if that is something easier for you to do. Now with the help of clean water I'm creating petal kind of shape. So you can see I'm getting little gray color because I'm using black color from the center part and more water I have in my brush. So at the end it is more like white flowers having black color in the center, and this one is the easiest way to paint white flower, I would say. And then with the help of green color you can create stems, and around the flower you can try creating a leaf so that you can see the white flower more clearly if you have different color around it, because we are using white sheets so it's difficult to focus on white flower sometime. So try to add more colors around the white flower. Now in the next flower I'm using brown color and I'm creating an oval kind of shape with darker brown, and then with the help of maybe white color or pink color you can utilize and creating petals kind of shape at the bottom. So something like this you can do. You can make it bushier, you can make it little at distance, and something like this you can create. These are one stroke petals. So if you want to learn about one stroke technique you can refer to my previous video wherein I have explained everything about one stroke technique to paint flowers and leaves. Now I have used black color for the center part of the flower as a second layer, and with the help of green color you can create some random leaf having little bit of serration into it. And we are done with this one as well. Now let's move to the last one. So last one is more like dandelion, you can say. So I have created multiple curves, and the center part of the flower all the strings are attached, and you can create the substring smaller and bigger, and then you can create a stem. So you can create a round kind of shape like this, and then with the help of any kind of color, I'm using red color, and at the tip of each string I'm adding this red color randomly. So as you can see, few random pattern at the tip of every string creating a very beautiful flower. And then you can use yellow color, orange color, which can go really well with red color. So something like this you can do. So I'm adding one more layer with the help of yellow color. So yellow and red color mixed together to create a orange kind of shape. So you can see all the three color, and then you can define the stems more precisely. And we are done with today's video. Hope this video is helpful for you guys, and please do let me know if you have any kind of feedback for me, and thank you so much for watching. See you guys in the next video.